So today I'm joined by the Norfolk Nightmare, Tommy Fletcher, and Mr. Mark TIBBS. How you doing, guys?
All good, Paul, mate. All good. Smashing it.
Yeah,
Very nice.
smashing it.
Good to see you again, Paul.
No, good to see you, Mark, as always. You're sweating there. What time have you been in the gym since?
Well, I ain't been here too long, but I've been doing a couple of things with Ebony Bridges, and now Tom's waiting for a guy called Chev Clark, cruiserweight Olympian, very good, strong fighter, and it's a step up in class for Tommy in sparring wise, yeah, for sure. So help him prepare for his fight on the 24th of September in Manchester on the undercards of Joyce and Parker. Yeah.
Brilliant. We're going to come on to that in a sec. But yeah, Chev's a good guy. I interviewed him a few weeks back, apart from being an Arsenal supporter, so can't say much about that. But yeah, no, good guy. And when you got a chance, Tommy, have a word with him about his two near-death experiences. They're pretty hair-raising, honestly. Yeah, absolute madness. So, but there we go. Right, Tommy, 6 feet 7 inches, 19 years old. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 6'7". Oh, 20 years old. Sorry, yeah, 20 years old. 6'7", 20 years old.
Wow. Are you gonna? You think you stop growing?
No, I reckon I'm still going to fill out, yeah, because I'm only young, you know. When you're 20, you're still going to thicken out as you get more mature with age. So I could possibly be a heavyweight, but only time will tell.
Wow. Are you still making cruiser comfortably at the moment?
Yeah, I can make it well at the minute. I'm still growing into a cruiserweight. Like in the amateurs, I've done light heavy, which is 81 kilos. So now, since I've been with Mark, I've been building up, getting stronger. You know what I mean? Punching harder, getting a better boxing IQ, and obviously growing into the cruiserweight still. But in a few years' time, I guess I'll struggle to make a weight. I could move up. We'll see.
Any other members in your family box at all, Tommy?
Yeah, my uncle's a boxer, and my cousin, he was a boxer, but none of them were on the path I'm on. You know what I mean? No, same path as me, but yeah, a couple of people have done it. But I said nothing compared to what I'm doing now.
Did you have any boxing idols growing up?
To be fair, a lot of people have asked me that, but I like watching just all boxing. You know, like I look at all boxers. You can take a little bit from all of them, obviously, and then try implement it into your own boxing skills. But obviously, everyone watches the top names, and they Fury, you know, Joshua Wilder, all the heavyweights and that. But yeah, I watch a few amateurs as well. See, like I like Ben Whittaker. I think he's class and he's very slick and that. So yeah, I just watch all boxing really.
Yeah, well, you've got a lovely, calm demeanour about you, which part of that's probably having Mark around. He's got a great way of sort of allowing electricity to come out in the ring, but making sure you look more diffused on the other side of the rope. So, Mark, come to yourself now. Tommy had a very electrifying performance, first round stoppage on his debut. What did you make of the performance?
Yeah, it was a flawless performance from my point of view, Paul. It was a little bit. We didn't know how he was going to perform under the lights, so to speak. But I had every bit of confidence, and but as in all debuts with young men, it's always you always feel, well, let's hope he can perform under lights, and he more than performed. He sold himself very, very well. He greeted his fans, and he gave the fans what they wanted. And then the way he just handled his ring presence was a perfect debut in my eyes. And it couldn't have got better than that. And thanks to Queensbury Boxing and S-Jam, and for all giving us that platform to showcase what I believe Tommy is going to be, a champion in the making for sure. Exciting one and all.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to dispute that, especially at 6 feet 7. Everyone's going to be calling you Sir Tommy. Now, I just want to take a small step back. You just mentioned before about being a light heavyweight as an amateur. Now, memory serves me correct. At the age of 16, you're already about 6'6". You're fighting light heavyweight at 6'6".
Yeah. I was very slim and that tall, but I still carry power. And I think everyone feared me in the amateurs, you know. But I was so tall, people would think, oh, he's probably just a like tactician and that. But I thought I got in there. I was nailing them all in the amateurs. I was doing them all.
God, I can imagine being a fly on the wall when they were calling out names, and the opponents were there, and they'd go, so and so against Tommy Fletcher, and I'd like suddenly see this guy and go, no, they got this wrong. Surely he's got to be super heavyweight or something. And suddenly see him walk to the ring. I mean, surely that would have been like the Mike Tyson factor of fear before they even got in the ring. You really won it.
Oh yeah, something like that. I think, but yeah, I think a few people feared me. Do you know what I mean? But there's levels in boxing, so you've got to stay humble and keep grounded and keep building. You know, but I believe I'll be the future of the cruiserweight division. But I've got to keep stepping up and working, perfecting my craft. I believe I'll get there.
What a lot of people don't realise is that you've actually got quite a decorated amateur career behind you. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, I won 2 national titles. I won a gold medal for England and Germany. I went to the European Championships as a junior, so I was still young. But I lost to the Russian in a fair fight. I mean, it was a good fight. It was my 13th contest, and I think it was his 90th bout. So I was out of my depth in terms of experience. But I thought I'd give a good account of myself. I think I'm still hurting first round. But yeah, I've done good as an amateur. I've boxed all the best kids. I mean, I've mixed it with everyone. Sparred some great names. But yeah, now it's time to crack on with the pros, you know, get on the professional ranks.
Yeah, so Mark mentioned you're fighting on the undercard of Big Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker next weekend against an unconfirmed opponent at the moment. Is that correct?
Yeah, just looking at a few different opponents, you know, and then we'll see whoever it is. It'll be sweet, you know. Me and Mark will work together, and we'll take them apart.
It's he's had 2 opponents put forward to him, and we've put the funds up to both of them, and we're just waiting for SJAN to make confirmation, Paul, and I expect to get that, you know, probably at least by the end of this week, if not today.
Fantastic. Now, Mark, you've been around the big arenas. You've been under the bright lights. Tommy, this is a big stage. How important to you is it to put on a memorable performance on the big event platform?
Yeah, of course. You always got to put on a good performance, but there's no pressure. You know what I mean? Like, there's no pressure at all. Just gonna do what I do in the gym, sparring and that. I'll just do it in the ring. But of course, you want to look good. You know what I mean? When BT and that, if I get a good slot, it'll be good. But either way, I don't believe there's any pressure. I'm gonna just take it as another day in the gym. You know what I mean?
So Mark mentioned before about Chev Clark, sparring with him. Who else have you been sparring with as a professional so far?
Yeah, I sparred a good few boys, you know what I mean? But I've just been mixing it with some boys in our gym and all sorts, really. But Chev's been my good main sparring. Like, he's sturdy, great sparring for me.
It's been there. This camp, he's sparred with Chev Clark, done some good rounds with him. I mean, he's had Dan Aziz in the past. You've had some rounds with Dan Aziz. I forget over the time we've had, you know, the Italian champion over for Guido, yeah, and he's coming back actually in October. And we've gone, you know, we've had Fabio Wardley. Who else? We've had some sparring, but for this camp, it's been appropriate, and I know I'm very confident in Tom pulling off another great performance in his second pro fight for sure. Yeah,
brilliant. Well, when Guido comes on next time, don't forget, if you need a Italian translator, I'm your man. You know, so I'll do it free. I'll work for pizza, you know, as long as it's got pepperoni and no pineapple on it. So, in terms of Dan Aziz, now, obviously, you know, he fought against Shakan Peters as 6'6". So, was it in preparation for that fight?
Well, I think Dan just likes getting about sparring, you know what I mean? But I think he just...
Sorry to cut you off there, Tom. Sorry to cut you off there, Paul. Tom, I think that was when he was fighting... what's his name? The tall Ranger, Jose Burton. Jose Burton. So I think, although it's Jose Southpaw, Orthodox, isn't he? I'm sure. I don't know. Although he just wanted that tall 6'7" posture in front of him, and I think that was his preparation for Jose Burton. But Dan rang me up after the spar, and he was really, really impressed with him. He didn't ring me up actually. I think he went. He mentioned in the interview, and he went, that boy, what, he couldn't remember your name. Darren, Darren Fletcher, I think his name is. He went, that boy is the one to watch, and that was a lovely, praise from Dan Aziz, and I feel Dan Aziz will be a world champion himself one day. He's a really consummate, brilliant professional, hard and intelligent fighter for sure. knows how to break down what's in front of him, regardless how they're built. He's very good, very good. So to get that praise from Dan was it's got a bit of feather in his cap, Tom's cap for sure.
Someone else who praised you. I remember when I was chatting to him a little while ago, and he said to me, "There's a guy called Tommy." He said he's been trained by Mark, and he said watch out for him. And that man is Jimmy Tibbs. So Tommy, what does the legend Jimmy Tibbs bring to the table?
Oh, it's unreal having Jimmy around us and that in the gym. And obviously on my fight he was there, so it's awesome. And his knowledge is you can't compare it. So as well as Mark and Jimmy, both of them together, you've got to perform well, ain't you? You've got to perform well. And Jimmy will soon tell you if you don't do something right. He'll soon let you know. But yeah, it's great. It's great having Jimmy around.
Brilliant. Mark, tell us what Tommy's best assets are as a boxer.
Well, you know, I'm not just saying this. He's got, you know, you can't just be a one-trick pony in this business, you know, and you've got to have readability, judgment, and sense of distance, as well as his main asset is his power. You know what I mean? His main asset is his power, but you know, a very good boxer, if he's very good, will know how to diffuse that power and you know, work his power against Tommy, so to speak. But what Tommy has got himself, like he mentioned earlier on, he's working on his ring craft himself. So I know Tommy's great in the corner, working to instructions, and you know, it's all experience now with Tommy, and trusting the process, so to speak, and trusting that tall range, and he's got a lovely long left leg. Before, when he first came down, he just wanted to get down to nitty-gritty, get stuck in, and get the power work straight away. But someone like John Hedges, he's a very, very good boxer. And actually, the other day, I'm going to bring something up here. It was really, really good. I took Tommy over to spar with Chef over at Churchill's in South London, where they train, and lovely gym over there, actually. Sam Mullins looks after us over there. And Tommy had really good. He made it a bit hard for himself in his first 4 or 5 rounds with Chef. And I went, "Get out, Tom. 5th round, get out. I want to get 6 out. Come out, John." Put John in. I went, "Have a look at the way John." Now, John's got to be a bit more like him in the future. But look how John Hedges boxes against Chef, because he'd be strong and he's mature, 32 years old. These kids are just 20. Right, but John Hedges has got a smart brain. Anyway, so I give him a round or 2. I said, "Right, that's what you've got to do." What John Hedges just did, Chef couldn't hit him. And he's the master of tying him up and stopping him from working. I went, "Go and do that, but try and nick something here and there." And he'd done it like he'd done it. He watched John Hedges do that, and he wouldn't have done it himself. So that's how our youngsters with good boxing brains pick up and learn things. And I was really proud of everyone, including Chef, and he ain't my fighter. The way we work together, and he's come over here to work with us at the Origin Gym here today in Raynham in Essex.
That's true progress.
Sorry, Tom.
That's absolutely brilliant progress. You mentioned about power there. Now, Mark, you've been in with some very, very hard hitting people who've unloaded with you on the pads. How hard does Tommy Fletcher hit?
Well, let me tell you something. Look, where this is very, very unusual for me, everyone he scuffs, they wobble, they go. If he catches them clean, it's like switching a light off. And for a 20-year-old kid, yeah, he hits harder than a 30-year-old mature man. You get me? So when his body is mature and thickened out in 3-5 years' time, yeah. And if he's still in the game in 6 years' time, works smartly in this business, going to be. Honestly, he's got the power of a Deontay Wilder. That's what I said before. He really has. I've told him, because you've got that power, you still have to learn how to box and break these people down in front of you that are strong and winners and want to be champions themselves, or are champions themselves. They've got a different mindset. A championship mentality is totally unique. And if you want to be a champion, you got to weather storms and break people down and get through storms and never give up. And I'll be honest with you, so far in the time we've been together, they've all jumped on his chest, all the strong ones. He's made a bit of room. He switched lights off through listening to instructions. So far, I'm so excited about Tommy Fletcher. I really am, Paul. And yeah, it's just a work in progress. And like I say, he's the hardest puncher I've ever worked with. I mean that.
You mentioned the comparisons with Deontay Wilder. I think that's very, very fitting because obviously same height, 6'7", very, very hard puncher. Who might be fighting Andy Ruiz. There's a lot of noise being made up about that at the moment. So yeah, guys, make sure you've got your passports ready because Tommy, you may well be out there as a prime candidate to be sparring with Ruiz. I think you'd be a fantastic match. What do you reckon, Mark?
Paul, you should be in the matchmaking business saying that.
So, Tommy, even sorry. At the moment, you've got a great gym there. There's a great buzz. You've got Ebony Bridge, you've got Johnny Edges, you've got Johnny Fisher. What's the atmosphere like at the Origin gym?
Oh yeah, it's great, man. I'm buzzing. I mean, working around with these boys, we're all in there. We're all trying to get to the same level. You know what I mean? Obviously, Ebony's world champion now, so you can only take you can only look at her and look up to her really. But everyone's in there grafting. You know what I mean? We all want to get to the very top, so we're all feeding off each other's energy and all working hard.
Beautiful.
It's great.
Beautiful. Last couple of questions. 12 months from now, question to the both of you. Tommy, where are you going to be?
If I say I didn't want to be world champion, I'd be in the wrong sport, you know. So I'll go with that. But I want to make it to the very top.
Mark, can he do it?
100%, he can do it. He's got, someone like myself to give him the time I give him, and all my fighters. I believe in them. You know what I mean? And Tommy Fletcher is something different I've ever met in my training career, for sure. And I just hope he continues in picking things up the way he does, and the way you mentioned his calm demeanour earlier on, very calm and calculated. And that will only get better with experience. So yeah, I'm very excited about Tommy Fletcher for sure. Yeah.
Fantastic. And a very final question to you, Tommy. If you could spar 3 rounds with any past boxing legend, who would it be?
I'll have to think about it for a second. Definitely Muhammad Ali. You know, I mean, I'd love to spar him. I would say Mike Tyson, but it'd be too hard. But just to say I've sparred him, you know, and I don't know, maybe like someone a bit lighter, like a lightweight, like Roy Jones or something, just to mix it with them.
Marvin Hagler?
Or them, yeah. I'd like to spar any of these people from back then, but I know it'd be a tough test, it'd be hard. But yeah, I'd spar any of them. You know?
Fantastic. Well, listen, Tommy, Mark, wish you the very best next weekend, and look forward to following the journey. And let's catch up in a few months' time and see how many numbers you got in front of that O. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely.
Great stuff. Thanks again, guys. Take care.
Paul.
Bye.
All the best, Paul. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.